Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So today's Mass Monday, happy Mass Monday, and we are going to do something super easy with our scraps. And I'm hoping, I have not tried this, I have made some tiny journal cards to go into our tiny pockets. I have not tried the pockets yet, but they're going to be super easy. And we're going to be using scraps. Yay! So let's get your scraps out. Anything you want to decorate with, some glue, possibly your bone folder, or scissor handles, a pair of scissors, corner punch if you have one. I like my journal cards corner punched. Anything you want to decorate with, and let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to cut this. I'm going to make these mini pockets, so I am going to cut this down a little bit, and I think because it's a it's not a two-sided paper, I think I'm going to use this as my backdrop, and because it's got the coffee dye on the other side, I think I'm going to go ahead and fold this up. And these are going to be so easy, you guys, seriously. And I'm just going to fold it there, and we could even, if you wanted to, you could do, a mitering on the corners and kind of fold that over so that you had a little bit more space on your pocket, or you can just do it like this. And we're going to glue and glue. I was thinking we could use some book pages, and we could, put some book pages on here if we wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and round off the corners. I just like that. I don't know why. I think it looks finished when they've got the little corners. And now I'm going to use the other piece, and you don't have to have it matching, of course. And I'm going to cut a piece down, and I'm going to cut it even further because I want this to be a little mini guy. And because this is pretty thick scrapbook paper, but you can use any paper, any at all. Coffee dyed, tea dyed, avocado dyed. You can use, see, fits right in. So you've got a little mini pocket with a mini journal card. And then, like, I've got these other little guys over here I made. You could put multiple cards in there, see? Okay? And that can go into your journal. I just thought, I'm always making big, giant journaling cards, and I thought, oh, it'd be kind of cool to make some small ones. I don't think I've ever made small journaling cards. So yeah, I decided I would see what I thought. So this piece, these are all scraps in my box here. I was thinking I could actually put some book page on or something to cover, because I'm going to make this about yay wide. And since the back half is white, and I'd like to get, I cut that really crooked, I'd like to get that rose in the picture. Still really crooked. I'll fix it here in a sec. I'm going to trim this down, and I'm going to glue some, let's see, I want this to fold up, so I want the book page to be, got to be careful what book page you glue into the place, you know what I mean? Let's use music. I have some music paper here. Let's see. Is that wide enough? Oh, it looks about right. Okay, so I want this to come up and be like so. Should I use that side? I don't think it's really going to matter, but yeah, I'll use that side. So I'm going to glue it on like that, okay? And that is going to be, the top part of this is going to be the flower that shows, and the whole back is not going to need to be covered with your book page unless you want it to be. I'm gluing this in, so that's not going to show. Let's see. What did I say? I wanted it. Yeah, because it's going to fold up. Okay. Just want to make sure I do it right. Okay. So I'm just going to... Oh, it's not quite fitting. I may have to use a different page. Oh, I'll just trim it down. It's okay. Okay, so this is going to be the top. I don't need this to show. I'm just going to trim or tear that off. And then I'm going to cut this down. And I'm going to straighten because it's still super crooked. Okay. So we're just kind of making little little pockets that can have a cute little journal card. You could even make mini tags to go in here, but I just decided for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do mini journal cards with mini pockets. So, okay, and then I'm just going to fold that up. And you could even glue your music paper or your book page or whatever you're using to back your pocket. You could fold it over so it's more flush. I probably should have done that and I didn't, but that's okay. I'll do it next time, hopefully. If I remember, you know how I do. So there we have that little pocket. Okay. Making sure I'm in frame. I was watching, I flicked onto one of my videos today to look at something, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am so close. I'm sorry when I do that. Gee, you guys. I wish at times that you guys could reach out and tell me when it happens, but it's, you know, it's too late. I already did it. Now you can also distress this before you put it down, you know, but right now my little rose shows there, and I've got my, this is going to need trim just a wee bit more. And you can use a different punch on these corners. Like I've got those flowery punches I hate to use because they hurt my hand. But those would be great there. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, that's too thin. I was going to say I would use that, but I'm going to use this piece here and make a small card. Let's see. Okay. Make sure that fits. Perfect. Or you can put it like that, however you want. I'll probably distress it on this one. I am going to decorate it, so I could put the music paper on this side, and then they could write on this side. That would work. So yeah, I think I'll do that. So let's glue that down. So as you can see, these are super simple, but they'll be cute. I don't know about you, but I always usually, well, I'll say 85% of the time I make larger journal cards. And or at least average size journal cards. Well, with this, I thought, you know, I don't think I've ever actually made a miniature journal card. I've made miniature tags, you know, but yeah, I don't think I ever have. So I thought, well, that'll be fun. And then I got to thinking further that it'd be fun to just make the pockets for them to go into so they don't get lost, you know. And you could glue these on, like you could do different pieces on the same page, because sometimes I like to put like stuff at the bottom and the top of a page, and that way they've got pockets at the top and bottom with cards or tags or whatever inside, and you know, or pieces of ephemera or whatever. And yeah, so it's just kind of fun. That could go in there like that, or like so. Okay, there's number 2. See, super easy peasy. So I probably explained enough. Let me see, I had some papers I pulled out. Oh yep, I buried them here. Wait, let me grab them. And then I also have, I thought I might use one of my botanical papers, and that would be fun. And then one of my, these are food coloring. So yeah, I thought these might be fun too. Alright, the pocket about that wide. Let's see, And because it's coffee dyed, I can just fold it up. Put these out of my way. Do I want it that tall? I might, you know what? I'm going to bring it down a little bit. There we go. Mini pockets for mini cards. I don't want them to be too big because then the card will have to be too tall, you know. That side looks good. Let's cut this side here. So, let's see. What did I do this week? So we went to church last Sunday again, and it was wonderful, and we really enjoyed ourselves. And then we got contacted by one of the pastors who he reaches out to people who are visiting, and I let him know, you know, we've been attending online for months, but we are now coming in person. And he was like, oh yeah, that's awesome. If you'd like, I can't get this to go straight. He said, if you'd like, I can take you on a tour Sunday and show you around the facility and introduce you to some of the pastors. So, yay, that's what we're going to do this Sunday, which will be a lot of fun to get to meet some folks. And I'm not shy when I'm at church. I have no problem introducing myself. Never have. I just feel like it's my responsibility as much as it is theirs to get to know them, as much as it is theirs to get to know me. I've had a lot of people I've talked to that are like, I didn't go back to that church because they weren't friendly enough, or, you know, they didn't talk to me or whatever. And I think being in the ministry and realizing the fact that pastors and people are not, when they're at church on Sunday, anybody that's on the ministry team, they're actually at work, you know, they're technically not playing. I think I was wondering if I like the darker part here. They're not there, you know, to play. They're actually at work. And so a lot of times they don't mean to not see you or whatever, or not say hi, or not be standing around talking afterwards or whatever, but they've got things they have to get done. And I think it's awesome that this church has a team that reaches out to new people. That's great, because not all churches can, you know, have that. They don't have the volunteers to do that, or they don't have a large enough pastoral team, or, you know, the pastor is maybe the only team and he doesn't have time, you know, because he's busy with his people and doing things for people, and, you know, or praying and spending time with God and preparing for teachings. And, you know, there's so much to do in the ministry. It isn't all fun and games, and it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. So yeah, so when I go to a new church, I always introduce myself initially. I just start reaching out and saying, hi, I'm Tara. What's your name? You know, and I'm new here and wanted to meet you. And I went into the coffee shop. They have a coffee shop. And I went in there and got a coffee, and I met like 4 people while I was in there. I met April, Kim. There was a young man named Chase. And then I didn't meet his mom, but she and I smiled at each other. She was talking to someone. She couldn't stop and, you know, chat. But yeah, and so I'm excited, though, we get to meet some of the pastoral team. That'll be awesome. And eventually, you know, what I'm really stoked about is that Courtney's wanting to be involved. And that just blesses me so much, because not all husbands end up wanting to be involved in, you know, church. A lot of men just kind of stay to themselves. They want to go and they just want to leave. And he's like, no, you know, I want to volunteer. I want to help clean the church. I want to, you know, I want to be a part of the team. And I was just like, praise God. Because I can hardly go to church without getting involved. I just can't help myself. I love the body of Christ, and I love being a part of a church body. And yeah, and part of that for me is work. It's working as unto the Lord. Yeah, it just is. It just is. And when you've been doing ministry, and I've been away from it now for a season, but when you've been doing ministry as long as I have, it's kind of just a natural inclination. And I think that, you know, as Christians, for the most part, we have a heart for service, you know, and we want to serve one another, and we want to serve our fellow brothers and sisters in Christ. And a church doesn't operate without the functioning of the body operating it. You know, a lot of people don't necessarily realize that when they first come to go to church. But, you know, the church doesn't just run by itself. It's run by people. And it takes volunteers because they can't afford to pay all the people. You know, there is the pastoral team that's getting paid, but not everybody can be paid. They can't afford that. And yeah, the church is a collaboration. We're all a part of the body of Christ. So I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. I just am blessed and happy to be getting to be where I belong again. So yeah, but so we did that, and then let's see, today's Friday, of course. You know, I always make these on Friday, and so yesterday was Thursday, so I had my crafting date with Valerie, and we had a nice day. Her daughter was home, and she was so kind. She actually made Cordy and I dinner, little sweetheart, and she made, okay, I'm going to say this probably wrong, but I'm going to try. Shoyu chicken, or shoyu chicken. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it was delicious. Let's put it that way. It was very good. And so much so, Cordy's like, you need to get the recipe for that. So, girl, you're going to be teaching me how to cook that. Tell her, Mama. She's going to have to teach me how to cook it. And so, yeah, we had a good time. We played, and I didn't get a lot done. We always end up talking more than we work. Is that typical or what? I'm just going to cut this in half. This is Tim Holtz paper, so it's yummy. Yummy, yummy by design. You like that? Yummy by design? I thought that was good. Anyway, but we had fun, and it was so funny. When I first got there, she had some work being done, and I didn't know. And when I pulled up to the house, there was a van behind me and a truck behind him. Well, the van pulls right up behind me and then turns like up onto her sidewalk. So he's at a slant behind me because I'm right in front of the house. And I'm like, what the world? You know, and I get out, and well, I pull the car up just a little bit, and then the truck pulls around the other way and pulls in front of me. And I'm thinking, okay, they must be doing something here. And I get out, and I told the guy that was driving the van, okay, I feel like I'm at the grocery store and I'm in the way. He started laughing. He goes, right? And he straightened his van out because I gave him room, you know. And it turned out they were both doing different jobs. It just happened that they came at the exact same time. Isn't that bizarre? And so, yeah, we were laughing about that. But other than that, we just sat and talked and chit-chatted and had fun. And you know how it is when all us girls get together. It was a good time had by all. I had a cold brew coffee, and that was fun. I love my cold brew coffee, and she and Desi drink that, so I was enjoying some nice iced coffee. I brought my own caramel sweetener this time because last time I felt like I was using up hers. We use the same kind, but it's a stevia, you know, brand type thing, and that's expensive. I didn't want to use that, Valerie, so I was like, I brought my own sweetener. But you know, it was good. And then Desi, even, sweetheart, she gave me a gift. She gave me a nice little adorable rice cooker. I was so happy because she made the sticky rice in that, and I was talking about it, you know, and I make really good jasmine rice, but to be honest, my other rice usually is more mushy than sticky. And so she was telling me, you know, how to do it better. And they're from Hawaii, so, you know, this food was, it was amazing. It was so good. Girl, it was so good. And it was even nicer because I didn't have to cook. Oh, and then she gave us, it's so sweet, she got me a little pack of cold brew caramel M&Ms. And you know I'm on Weight Watchers, right, with Cordy. Well, I was laughing, and she got me a beautiful little candy dish for him to go in. And I bring them home. Okay, I'm like, oh, no, we can't cheat, you know. And they go, well, at least you can cheat together. And I said, oh, that's true. So he almost ate them all. I had 2 yesterday, and then he had the rest, and then right at the end, he was almost done with them. I said, well, save me a couple for tomorrow. And so I said, just give me 2 or 3. And so he left me 3 M&Ms, so I got 5 out of the whole package. It was funny. I was like, he cannot be trusted with chocolate. Do not trust that man with chocolate. It was so funny. He was like, what? What? He kept eating them. I was like, you're supposed to eat those slow. Those are supposed to be for both of us. You're not supposed to eat all those. It was funny. So yeah, don't ever get Cordy chocolate if he's on a diet. He cannot be trusted. Seriously. I had hidden, he loves cherry M&Ms. You know, the ones that they do at Christmas time. The cherry cordial. Well, he loves those, and they only come out at Christmas. So before we started all this eating better thing, I had bought him, I think 4 bags before Christmas time. And so over the course, you know, during the holidays, he was eating them. Well, the last bit of the last one, he was like, oh, I don't need any more of this chocolate. So I hid them from him in the back of the freezer. Well, they were there for, I don't know, 2 months. He found them. Oh, don't you know? He ate them all. There was probably, I don't know, 20, 25 in there. He sat and ate like 10 of them. And then the next time I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm just finishing them off. I'm just getting them out of there. He ate another 20 or 15 of them. So yeah, there was like 25 in the bag. It was so funny. I said, you cannot be trusted with chocolate or any kind of candy. It's just... I love these papers by Tim Holtz. Oh, just so much. Just to look at them, you know? They're just so beautiful. Okay. That way. So yeah, that was my time with Miss Valerie. It was a lot of fun. And trying to think what else. Let's see. What else? Have I done anything else? I went to the store today and I bought me a couple of the little plastic drawers. I got them over at, I think they're by Sterilite or something like that. I bought them at Walmart. They actually had them on sale. They're the ones that used to be like $5 and now they're $15. Well, they had them on sale for $10.97. So I got 2 3-drawer sets because I could not take the disorganization of my area another day. It was driving me nuts. And this morning I literally worked all morning just to get that taken care of. I think I'm actually going to put this one in here sideways like that. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to decorate these so they won't matter. It'll just kind of be tipping behind every, you know, tipping? What am I even talking about? Peeking behind everybody. All my decorations. That one. How many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already. And what time is it? Ooh, we're only 23 minutes in. See, I told you this is going to be quick and painless. Now let's see. What's on this? I'm debating because when you fold it up, you know how it changes it. I don't want it. Well, this one's kind of cute. Just be the top of the... Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, you can just see the top of the Eiffel Tower. That'll be good. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I received a message from one of you the other day, and I wanted to address an issue that she brought up to me. And I wanted to... It's kind of hard for me because I don't want to get too... I don't want to dig too deep into this subject because it's going to end up making more out of it than it should. I just want to apologize if I hurt anyone's feelings when I was talking last week sometime about calling my junk journals something besides junk journals. I had made the comment that I like my journals to look pretty. What I meant when I said that was that, first of all, there's a lot of aspects of that I meant and I didn't explain. I didn't say it right, obviously, and if I hurt any of your feelings, I want to profusely apologize right now, because I love you guys and I would never hurt my friends' feelings. I love your work. I think it's amazing. I just, sometimes my mouth drops open at some of the things that you guys create. I am doing this, as I was explaining to her, many different things, but one thing I was telling her is that doing this now as a business, I don't have as much time to create from the bottom, from the ground up. And I also was explaining to her that I create digitals, and for me that is my own artwork, and so using digitals is not me cheating. You know, when I'm making something, it's me creating, you know, something I already created and using that to decorate with. There's many things I was explaining to her about the process, and the biggest thing I think I want to say though is, like Natasha, how she calls her books treasure books, her journals treasure books most of the time, because that, to her, they are treasures. That's how I feel. I feel like the ephemera we use, the recycled books we use, I mean, I'm a book collector, so I owned books way before I ever began this journey with junk journaling and this paper craft. And for me, doing junk journaling has meant that I could use all the different forms of things that I love to do in one place. And you know, I get to, I think I'll do both of those in there. I get to use like all kinds of aspects. I can even crochet my own lace if I want to, you know. And I used to do, I'd get bored with one project, and after a while I'd jump to the next craft. Well, with this particular craft, I can do everything, you know. I mean, it's like it kind of just fits every aspect of who I am. Well, when I was saying that, what I was talking about is, to me, what we create is not junk. And I know the history of junk journals. I looked it up and asked, you know, went online and found out, you know, junk journals started back when our economy was going in the tank, back in like 07, 08, and people were trying to find ways to save money, and so they started upcycling, and really it became really popular to start utilizing things that we would normally throw away and use them for a journal and use them for our paper craft. And little by little, that name kind of kicked out, and it makes sense. Junk journal, it's a cute name. It kind of flows off the tongue, and it's, you know, it's an easy way to say, talk about what we like to create. But if you look at what it's evolved into, the evolution of junk journaling has changed. It's not what it used to be, and I really want that flower in there. I guess I could use that part as the card. Yeah, junk journaling's evolved to the point where it's much more than junk now. You know what I'm saying? It is an art form, and all of you are artists, and I did not at all mean to imply that junk journaling is not the amazing form of art that it is. Okay, I just want to put that out there. I want you to know I consider myself a junk journaler, but there are times when I will call my book a memory book. I will call it a faith journal. I'll call it a prayer journal. It depends on what I've created. I don't always call my books junk journals, because not all of mine are filled with recycled or upcycled items. I don't really have the talent to make some of the things that you make. I don't have the time anymore. I've got my household and my business, and you know, crafting isn't, it's my livelihood now. It's not just for fun anymore. And I'm not doing it just for my own pleasure. I think I'm going to tie this down. Yeah. I'm not doing it just for my own pleasure. I'm doing it to sell the items I create. So there's more of a time constraint on me than there used to be. When I say that, that's what I mean. There's just more of a time constraint than there used to be. It used to be that I could take as long as I wanted to make a journal, and I could create whatever I wanted. But I'm going to be honest, I've never been as good as some of you. I've never been able to create some of the things that you guys create. And that's why when I started this channel, I was like, what can I teach anybody? I mean, my goodness, I'm just pretty much a newbie at doing this myself, but I just really wanted to be with people and share with them, and so I did it anyway. But I certainly never, ever, ever intended to hurt anyone's feelings when I was talking about that, or to imply that your work isn't beautiful, because it is. So I hope you'll forgive me if I did offend you in any way, because that was not my intention. And I don't think I'm going to go any deeper into it than that, because it just is me, you know, explaining myself, and that just becomes tiresome. So I think you guys know my heart. I hope you know my heart by now. I really am what you see. And if you could talk to Valerie, you'd know she crafts with me every week, and I'm the same at her house as I pretty much am on the channel. So I mean, I'm just me. And, you know, I just really felt bad that somebody, you know, may have been hurt, and that one person in particular was hurt, and I apologized to her already. And if I hurt anyone else, I want you to know I did not intend to do that, and I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, because I love your work. I love all of your work, everybody. And I think we're all different. You know, we all have different styles. And I think that's probably what I should have said, was that my style is more fluffy. I'm always making stuff look, you know, poofy. You know what I mean? Like elegant, and I use bridal stuff, and I use, you know, a lot of lace, and I just am always making stuff look probably more frou-frou than anybody, than other people. And it's with, and you know, I love to mix old and new. I adore mixing digitals with book pages and making the most out of both sides of it. But to me, the ephemera that we use, I really like that. To me, the ephemera we use is absolutely 100% not junk. It's precious. Those are pieces of our history. They are little treasure troves, you know, and I don't know. I have a hard time sometimes calling. I have a hard time calling the stuff you guys make junk journals sometimes, because it's just, they're not junky. They're amazing, you know. And haven't you ever made something and you're like, I want to list this in the junk journal, but it's not junk. This ephemera is costly, it's valuable, it's a treasure. And then, you know, the other reason I use a lot of digitals is I don't have the access to ephemera to the extent I think that some people do, unless I like buy it at eBay or something, you know. I don't run into estate sales, or I don't know, and I don't have a lot of my own, like from my family, or I have very little. The little bit I do have, I photocopy and try to, you know, I try to use it sparingly. Like Tina says, once it's gone, it's gone. And I'm very sparing with my ephemera. And this last journal, if I made my journals fully from scratch and used my ephemera and used my old, you know, pages and stuff, I'd be out pretty quick. Because I ended up using, like, I don't know, 8 of my, maybe 10 of my postcards, my truly 100-year, I mean, they're old. But I made, you know, I handmade a lot of stuff, but I also had to use a lot of stuff that, you know, is irreplaceable. I scanned them, of course, but for me, I'm very hoardy with my, yeah, I hoard my ephemera because I really can't get a hold of it as easily as maybe some other people, you know. Some people tell me they have a hard time getting hold of, like, lace, you know, and I get that. I had to order mine. I you know, just found someone on Facebook who happened to be closing down her antique store, and she was selling stuff. That's how I ended up getting the lace I have. And then now you guys have shared from your collections, praise God, and you're such a blessing to me. But yeah, I know what you mean when you say, well, I don't really have access to certain things. That's how I feel about authentic ephemera. I mean, I can go online and order it from Pam, or, you know, Pam gets a lot of it. I don't know. Maybe she orders it off eBay, because they do sell a lot of it on eBay. But right now I can't afford that, you know. So for me to make my journals from total scratch is kind of, there's lots of reasons I just right now I'm not able to really go and do true blue upcycled, recycled junk journals, you know, with scrap and with scraps and ephemera that's authentic and all that. So I kind of have to, you know, I have to use what I have access to. So anyways, I hope that you guys will forgive me if I offended you in any way. I felt really bad. I really did. My husband was like, honey, it's okay, you know, because I was upset. I didn't mean to make anyone feel bad. That's the last thing I would want to do on my channel. You guys have become my friends, and you're not just subbies and viewers. And I told him that, you know, the other day we were talking about something, and I said, you gotta know these ladies are human beings. These are my sisters in Christ. They're my friends. Now, there's so many of you that I communicate with closely that I have an attachment to you guys. Yeah, so please forgive me. I love you. So I think we can decorate a couple of these. Let's see, let's do one last one here. This one's pretty. Okay. And this is just copy dyed. I only did the one book page one, but at least you got to see me do that with it, so you could see. I do that a lot. I'm like notorious for mentioning, oh, I'm going to do this, and then later I'll realize I never did that. And I was going to do one with the fold over so you could see it, and I never ended up doing another one with the book page. Well, let's see. I hope this fits. Let me see here. Oh, good. Good. Okay. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay, 10. All right. Let's see. Which one should we decorate? What time is it? Oh, we've got plenty of time. These were so super quick. It didn't even... I think I want to do this one for sure. And... maybe one of the Tims. Yeah, let's do this. No, not that one. This one. Let's do that. This is a cute one too. If we can get around to it, we'll see. I don't even know if I can get these guys. I'll try. I'll try. Okay. I'm going to pause for just 1 second. I need to get something. Be right back. Okay, guys, so let's decorate. So I grabbed at Walmart today, too. I got one of these. Let me see if I can pull this back. You can't really see it. It's one of these plastic things with a lid, and it's got the little clicky sides. Anyway, I've got all those things, all the fussy cuts that were in my drawer. And I've still got, I could probably fill this thing up probably 3 times with my fussy cuts, but I'm going to be pulling. I did this into here because I wanted to just have them all in a space where I could just reach in and grab them real quick and look and, you know, figure out which ones I wanted to use and not have to fight with them so much. Because they were in a really tiny drawer, and that wasn't really easy to get to them. So, let's see. And one thing I am going to do is move my scrap drawer. And that way I can actually have room. Okay. Now, that's better. So, let's see. Let's just decorate off of my desk here. How's that? This guy looks cool. Did I move the blue one? I did. I was going to do that one first, I think. Let's distress. How's that? We are going to use some blue, and I'm going to make it dark blue. I've got all my blues out because I have started Oh, you know what? Let me show you something. I forgot to show you, and I forgot to take it to Valerie's and show her, but I took that topper that I made the other day, and I made, or actually, yeah, you guys, have you seen the topper video yet? Okay, I made this topper, okay, and I think you saw it already. But anyway, I added some of the lace around up here in the corner, and then down here in this corner, and then I put it on a cover. So there's the back, and then I've already picked a piece of it to go on the spine after I do the sewing and stuff to cover my threading. But yeah, so that's the new journal I'm going to be making, and this is the inside. It's just all that, and underneath is this beautiful teal, and it's like a satiny teal. So yeah, so that journal's the next one I'm working on. So you're probably going to see, the reason I showed you, well, other than I love showing you guys stuff, but was also because you're going to probably be seeing like a lot of blue, and you'd be going, what's she making? You know, you might be asking, what is she doing? That's what I'm doing. So I am kind of marrying a regular blue to this more teal blue, and I'm doing that because in the journal, as you saw on that cover there, if you were looking, there's black, white, teal, and then there's also a very, very dark blue. And I want to bring that into, I'm going to sit this here and do this edge, and I'm doing a very bad job of it, sorry. It's because I'm using that big old sponge, but I wanted to kind of, like I said, marry the colors and bring them together because there's so much of all of them in this cover. And I'm going to try something, and hopefully it'll work for me. I'm going to bring down this color a little bit. I'm going to try to with some brown. Let's see what happens. I may just turn it into some mucky greenish look. I don't know. Let's see. Pulling that in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. What I'm trying to do is dinge it up a little bit and cover some of that white, because it's very white. And you know what? If it doesn't look the way I want it to look, I won't use it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress, that's for sure. What do you think? It's not horrible. I think once it's covered and decorated, it might look a little better. I hope. If not, like I said, it won't get used. But I did do this color because I was hoping to put it into the journal. Yeah. So anyway, so let me know what you guys did over the weekend in the comments, please. What are you working on right now? Did you join in with me today and make some of these little fun mini journal cards and pockets? Yeah, you know, I was struggling this morning after having to reorganize so much stuff. I worked on it all morning long. And when I went to do the mass make, to be perfectly honest, I couldn't think of anything. I was just, my head's hurting again, as usual. It's not as bad right now as it was earlier, but for whatever reason, praise the Lord, it kind of subsided a little bit. That blue almost looks like purple on the turquoise. I mean, it's kind of a weird, in person, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it almost looks a purpley color. But anyway, so yeah, I wasn't feeling myself, and I thought, you know what? I need an idea, Lord. I need something. I don't have any ideas. And I don't want to always copy people. I mean, or be inspired by somebody else. And I know that's okay to be inspired by everybody else. I'm constantly, you know, quoting Tina and different people, but I really like to sometimes think of my own stuff. So this was just the idea that came to me, and I thought, you know what, that'd be really easy to do and actually very user-friendly. So yeah, that's why I'm doing these. What was I gonna grab here? Let me see. I've got all kinds of little things that we can use on these. Oh, you know what? I think I might stamp a little bit too. Give it some background, especially because these are so plain. Oh, and then I even did my stamps, and I threw all of my like most used stamps into this container because I'm constantly having to dig through the drawers. I reorganized like all of them, and yeah, so that was interesting. I'll see how long it lasts. They're all in their own little drawers now. The inks are organized, and everything had become quite messy. Y'all know what I mean? Sometimes our stuff just really starts to... I gotta test this because I'm not sure which direction it's... Okay. Sometimes our stuff becomes very messy, doesn't it? At least mine does. So I'm just using the dark blue. Again, I'm trying to bring that blue into the picture with this, and hopefully just give me some backdrop here for whatever I put on here. Okay, and they can write over that. I just want to give it some kind of look, you know. Okay. Let me see. I've got all kinds of blue stuff that I've set aside to use. So I'm looking here real quick to see what looks good to pull out. Let's see. And they don't have to be blue. I mean, it can be, I think probably with this, I will use more like neutrals to decorate on top of it because of the fact that it's already blue. Oh, and you know what, you guys? I didn't tell you this thing. This is pretty fun. It made me cry. I know. I'm you know me, I'm emotional like sometimes. I woke up this morning. Sorry, I'm just digging through this bag, if you're wondering what in the world she's doing. I woke up this morning to 4 comments from Tina. And that really, really blessed me. She had watched some of my videos, and yeah, that meant a lot to me. If you ever see this one, Tina, yes, I'm one of your biggest fans, honey. I just love you. I told her, she commented on one of the videos I did for the jelly prints, and actually she commented a couple of them for the jelly prints, and I told her, I said, you know, you're the reason I even used jelly prints the first time. I had never used them before, and she was the first person that, I think these are cute. These are from her kit. I like these. She was the first person I ever saw use them. And yeah, I didn't know what a jelly print was until then. And I was like, huh, I wonder if I'd like that, you know? And then I got one and I fell in love. I love that thing too. I want to get more of them. But yeah, so I told her that. And it's true, my dear. You were the first one I ever saw use a jelly print. I was telling Cordy, it's funny. I mean, there are certain people, Tina being one of them, that pretty much taught me how, you know, most of my learning came from her, Pam, Gail, Natasha, you know. They were my teachers in all of this. But especially Tina. I still watch her every day. I do. I watch her every day. And if I miss a day, I go back and watch, you know, I go back and binge watch them and catch up. But I think the most I've ever missed since I've been watching her is like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 days in a row or something. And that's only happened a couple of times. yeah, I am a fan of our Tina. And I say our Tina because she belongs to all of us. There's so many of us who love her. I think I'm going to put this on the pocket. I don't want it to get tangled up on the inside here. But yeah, so that was a very, very, very nice thing to wake up to. Was to know that she had seen some of my videos again. And yeah, bless me. I'm pretty sure y'all would have felt that way too, huh? You know, even, you know how it is, our husbands even feel like they know the people we watch, usually because they hear them all the time, you know. And Cordy, he always hears Tina. He knows her voice right away. He, in fact, even imitates her sometimes. He'll come in and say, "Hi, I'm Tina. Welcome back to Shaffy Taffy Doo-Dah." and you know, he'll be like, "It's Tina," you know. Oh, that's cute on there. I'm going to put that on there. So, yeah. Y'all know what I mean. I know there's some of you who've told me that your husbands know who I am now, or they're, you know, they're getting to know who I am, and I was laughing because I know exactly what you mean by that. It's so funny, but it's true. Let's see here. I'm going to put this little patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not boast. It does not envy. What an awesome scripture. 1 Corinthians 13, if anybody wants to read that in its entirety. I'm going to cut these down a little bit. You know, I realized this morning, it's funny, I always do this with my Tim Holtz words, and I realized this morning I don't ever do this with my little phrases and stuff, and I was like, wonder why I just thought of that. Isn't that weird? I mean, I was thinking I want to do, I think I want to do a video using, I have a ton now, I have a ton of scraps of those like strips of the sides of book pages and stuff like that. And I was thinking that we should do a video where we just do some stamping and make ourselves, you know, our own little word kits, you know what I mean? And just pull out your stamps, whether it be letters or words. I have both, thanks to Miss Valerie. She's blessed me with a couple of different things that have added to my, I used to just have letters, now I have some words. And I was thinking, oh, that'd be cute. See, that's cute, right? That's sweet. And so, yeah, I was thinking that'd be cool to create some, you know, little words and use up our page edges that we save. I know some of you do. I started doing that when I watched Gail one time, and I saw her. And then also, I think I have a few numbers, but I want to get some number stamps and make my own, you know, like numbers that can go on stuff. So yeah, we'll see. But definitely want to get some of those. And oh, and I saw, was it Barbara at 49 Dragonflies using clickable, I'd never seen these clickable letters where they click together and you can take them apart and make your own words and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, I want some of those. So I jump online. They're so expensive. Oh my goodness. They're like 40, I think this cheapest set that I saw that she was using, you know, they were like $40. I couldn't believe it. I was, dang, really? Just for some letters that click together, you know? So I'll have to be saving for that, because, you know, even if I were where I was before Cordy changed jobs, I would not, you know, be able to just, I don't know, I just can't justify for that, you know. I'd have to save up for it. Yeah. Even though I could have afforded it, I'd have felt bad for getting it in a way, just because that's kind of expensive to me. But, yeah, I really liked them, though. I thought they were super cool. Do any of you have any of those? Do you like them? I just thought they were a lot of fun. I'd never ever seen anything like that. So yeah, it was very cool. I don't want to totally cover up the script up here, but I do want to put, what I was looking for is my little portraits, and I'm not seeing them. I'm finding like other stuff, but I'm not finding those. The ones that I have of all the ladies. Well, here's some of them. I don't know where like my kids are and stuff. I had these, remember my little children ones, the black and whites? These are more portraits and drawings and stuff. Oh, this one's pretty for here though. Oh, a little bit big, darn it. She is definitely gonna go into the journal, I bet. Oh, she's pretty. And she's blue too. She's got that blue background, so but the dark blue, so it would kind of, yeah, she's going on there. See, like, this is what I was talking about. Okay, so I love mixing my digitals with regular stuff if possible, or my scrapbook paper, or with things I've made. So I made this paper. This is mine. I did this in, there's even, if you like the colors, they all look different. There's a kit in the, you can get it in the shop for just a couple bucks, you know, it's a digital. But I color dyed, I food color dyed those, you know, a year ago, probably a year and a half ago. I don't know. It was one of the first things I ever did. And I've saved them. I've never used them. Well, those are mine. I created those. So to me, I'm just mixing. I'm just adding, you know, my digis with my fussy cuts or whatever. I'm just adding to what I already created, you know. So yeah, I don't know. To me, this is pretty. I like it. And that's what I meant when I said pretty. I just meant, I didn't explain what I meant by pretty. I don't mean that this is the only thing that's pretty and that, you know, I just meant that I like to use things that are girly, I guess, and, you know, yeah. I think she's beautiful. We're not putting that. We're going to put this word love. And I was thinking, I was looking in this little drawer. I wish I spoke French, because then I'd know what all these say, because these are all like French little signs that I got from Miss Tina. Oh, that's a pretty one. And he's blue too. Look at that. Not really. Let's see. You've got to find the right thing. Don't really need any other pictures. I wish I had some more. Do I have any in here? I was going to say I wish I had some more of that blue. Oh, I do have I think I have a little piece. Oh no, that's lace. Never mind. Well, it might look good though. Underneath, like, the word love. What I was looking for was my blue, and I think I'm completely out, is my blue cheesecloth. I haven't seen any in a while, so I'm thinking it's gone. But it's gone. But this blue lace would look pretty on here. Yeah, I'm going to put that on there. Kind of tack it down with some art glitter glue, and then okay. Love. I feel like something needs to be right here though. What do you guys think? Think positive. Fearless. She could be fearless. I know. I'm not going to put it, Pammy. Sometimes I just call you guys out for fun. I wish we were in the same room. Inspire? Nah. Maybe a flower. I have all my flowers organized in a drawer now. Yay! They were in a big bowl. That one's a little... Oh, it's coming apart. That's why I'm like, why is that like that? It's a little too... I don't know, guys. That's not... I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this. And I already glued things down. You know, sometimes I jump my gun. Do you know what I'm saying? I do. I jump the gun once in a while. I don't mean to. Nah. What about this one? Nope, I'm still not feeling it. Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could just put like a, you know, like an edging or a corner there. Just something pretty to take up that spot. What time is it? Oh, it's about time to end. I told you I wouldn't get both of these decorated. How about this little... Oh, wait. I think I'm going to do this one. I don't know if it'll look good, and I hope it will. Otherwise, I'll have to cover it up, but I'm going to try it. It's got a butterfly, and then it's got like a pretty little dangly thing coming down. So I was thinking that might look pretty. I don't know, is it too tall? It's probably going to be too tall. There. That makes me happy. At least there's something there, you know, just that picture. And then we're going to put this into here. And not anything fancy, but there's my mini pocket with my mini tag, and that will be in my new journal. And I may add to this maybe some bling. What do you guys think? Let me see. I do have the bling right here. Maybe that's what's missing. Oh, I even have blue. Look at that. Ooh. I'm trying to mix those blues. I know they don't normally go together, but you know what I mean? I'm trying to... I forgot I even had this turquoise one. Or, I don't know, aqua, I guess. I think I will try this. Or should I put him up here on the butterfly just to bring some light into the dark colors? What do you guys think? Let's see here. Let's see. Would that be over the top on a stamped butterfly, or would that be okay? Or should we do it down here? Let's see. Nope, I think I'm going to do it on the butterfly. I hope you like it, because that's where he's going. That's where it's going. Yep, yep. Okay. And there. All right, so I'm just going to dot it right here onto the paper like I would, you know, if it were a little fussy cut. And then stick it on there. Just bring a little shine, you know, a little, oopsie, a little fun. So there's our finished piece, I guess. I don't know, maybe not, we'll see. There's the card. Love is patient. Love. Okay. I hope you guys had fun today and that you enjoyed these. They're very simple and maybe a little boring. I apologize if they were. I've never made mini journal cards and pockets to match, so for me they were a little bit different. But y'all have a wonderful week, and well, I'll see you tomorrow in the Something Challenge video. But I love you, and again, I want to say I'm sorry in case anyone was hurt by my words. I apologize. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. I love you. God bless.